Why are you so mad about it? You know what?
Wait. What do I?
Pathetic. First of all, your fucking pathetic drama is so stupid. Who gives a? You think I'm gonna spend time studying that when we got real going on in this world? I'm gonna speak on whatever I
talk about it then.
Drama.
Don't talk about it then. Why are you talking about it if you don't know what you're talking about? Just go and watch NPR and fuck off. What's your problem?
What loser knows every detail of this drama? How?
Well, don't talk about it then.
Mouth all I want.
Well, don't talk about it then. Don't talk. Why are you talking about? You don't know what you're talking about. No, you're sorting out of me, and you're making this bullshit up about me, like I'm talking all this shit on these small streamers just because they're small streamers. It's nothing to do with that. What are you on about?
First of all.
Right. Now let's talk about me. We've got a lot of stuff coming in now. We've got some great bitties. Okay. We've got Rhyzohm with 1,000, much appreciated, and everyone else with all this other stuff. Okay, we've got some great stuff coming in. You've fired a bit more money into the Chud Logic engine. Okay. Anyway, let's talk about me. Apparently, people have been talking some shit about me because I'm too mean to new creators. Let's have a listen.
Buddies, but like I want to hear the pushback for like the strong phrasing that you do.
Of course, I am biased because I befriend transphobes.
So he had a position more than just
Thanks, Sonia, for the bits.
Specifically, Stardust was actively like agitatedly selecting individuals.
This is a separate person who had the position. Mowdy Machungwa is a small streamer who's a part of Mythic's community who voiced that issue with Star.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also a black creator that I think is important here. Yeah.
Boy, black creators have been getting shit on lately, huh?
I mean, they have to stop making themselves look silly. Sorry.
Well, I tried to be like, yo, dude.
I should say that to Rhyzohm as well. Oh no, is IRI going to soy out? Is IRI going to soy out? Please don't. Listen, I've had my perception of Counterpoint shattered, okay? Please don't make me do this with IRI as well. I can't take it. I can't take it on the bounce. I can't take it on the bounce. What are you doing to me? Okay, let's find out what happens.
Dude, at a certain point, I felt bad. So I was just like, dude, like, log off, like, talk to me tomorrow when you're, sobered up. And he didn't like that. He continued to stream. So, but I'm sure he's a fine person and stuff. It's just, like, fuck, dude. Like, I'm really not trying to, like, bait that kind of stuff. Like if I wanted to get that kind of content, I wouldn't be using other people for it, I would just.
I haven't heard you that mad before. I haven't heard you that mad in a while.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you were pretty pissed.
Oh, you heard it? Yeah.
I was in Aiko's channel last night. Yeah, and that's what you said. You want to come on? I said nope.
That shit was obvious, dog. Like you didn't know him and you were screaming. Like
my bad.
I knew you were mad.
I'm so sorry.
No, you don't apologize.
So is Mythic's role in all this that basically he like kind of supports Mowdy and so like spread some of like tweets and stuff?
Nah,
like what's Mythic's
position?
Wait, who is Mouty? Who's this Mouty character? I'm a bit worried. I feel like I am in the ivory tower now, of like a few hundred viewers looking down. I don't want it to be like that. I like to know I've always followed the backwards and forwards of like small streamers and stuff, and I've watched their drama develop and stuff. I'm talking like 10, 20, 30 viewers, and I've always enjoyed it, and I've always liked seeing small streamers rise up and stuff like that. But like, who's Mouty? I feel like he's passed me, he or they have passed me by. A black content creator you don't watch because you hate black people. Mouty Machungwa has an issue with content creators making a space for borderline racism while not having a lot of stake in it. Oh, so like, having Nazis on and stuff. Is that right? Wait, they're a furry. Okay. Opinion discarded. Okay, let's move on.
It is content, actually. Mythic was the one who's like, this is content. And I was like, oh, God.
He didn't know Mowdy's position. He just brought Mowdy on because at the time he wanted to have another variable in the equation, so we didn't always land on Aiko shitting on him for not being able to hold his frame.
Okay. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. He pulled him in to bail him out. And it successfully, it worked,
Okay.
Can we talk about small content creators getting shit on in general, though, recently? Does anyone have any thoughts on that?
Here's
like people are being harsh.
I know. Not if they're the people who are coming at other people with shit. If they're coming at people making assumptions and being
okay. Is IRI gonna fucking talk on it and he doesn't know fuck all about what's going on? Because that's gonna piss me off. Okay, it's not about small content creators getting shit on. Okay, not at all. Not a fucking tool. Okay. Because I've got no problem with small content creators. I was a fucking small content creator one time, okay? I am happy for people to grow and develop and achieve stuff and move forward, right? Right? But what I'm tired of is small content creators, particularly ones that do it as a hobby and don't do it very well, coming in and telling everyone what's what. It's like, what the fuck do you know? Get the fuck out of my face with this bullshit, okay? That's what I take issue with. Am I mean sometimes about people's viewing figures? Yes, because I find it funny to mock people for not having any viewers. It's funny to me, okay? Is it mean? Yes. But it's not about just mocking a content creator because they're small, okay? Jesus fucking Christ. Sorry. Maybe I'm prejudging the conversation, but when someone says something like, what about it's not about small creators getting shat on. That's complete nonsense, right? And like, look, I don't want to suck my own dick here, okay? But like, I'm very fucking kind to people, okay? I'm a nice guy. I promise you, I'm a nice guy, right? I'm not like the kind of person that like looks at you and judges you by your clout and stuff like that. If you come to me and you're like, oh, hey, you know, what's the deal? Can you help me? I like the approach of like, I believe in people and I think they've got the ability within themselves to go and achieve it and do it themselves. So I'm not like super hands-on and stuff like that. But I'll either point someone in the direction of someone that might be able to help more or give them a pointer if I think I've got some relevant knowledge. It's not like I'm like, you've only got 5 viewers and you want help? Fuck you! Get the fuck out of my DMs, bitch! Do you know what I mean? Oh my god. Okay, I am pre-molding, okay? But I knew when I was giving some of my takes before, this is what was going to happen, alright? Let's continue.
Dumbasses, sorry. Like, come on, man.
Do you have any specifics?
Obviously, we gotta be charitable and build bridges, but you can't just walk into a space, shit all over it, and then expect people to be like, yeah, let's talk about what the space is really about. You should have done that beforehand.
Yes, Rhyzohm,
if you want to lift up some really good small black content creators, like Bars and Joysticks is a really good person. Also, there's I don't know if he streams, but Dex is online as well. Low End Theory, he's pretty nice. But like this guy Endless had been bothering me since February, and like at a certain point I stopped like replying to him and I put him on mute, and he was still at me. And I don't know. I think he just needs to leave me alone, man. Like just leave me alone. I don't want to, you know. So.
IRI, do you have specific small content creators that you're thinking of when you're saying like small content creators getting shit on? It sounds like there's specifics there. I want the tea.
Well, I do have specifics, and I'm happy to say them. I mean, like this Endless Cemetery guy and some others. I understand what Rhyzohm is saying, and I appreciate that. I just feel like lately people have been getting attacked for being small streamers as a part of discounting their voice. I know you're shaking your head, but other people they're dragging people with their stats on screen. That's from Mike from PA bullshit. I'm sorry, but like we were all 7-viewer Andys at one point. You know, huh?
Who's dragging them? Who's the one dragging them?
I saw Chud doing hours of this, laughing at people.
Chud looked at
hours. What? Okay, right. I'm gonna. This is unbelievable. Hours of it. What is he talking about? What is he fucking on about? Hours of it. Right. I am fucking I'm fucking inflamed at this point now. Okay. What the fuck is he on about? Point me to the hours of bringing up people's fucking viewers and bringing their Sully Gnome on stream. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, talking about the same small people for hours.
And he shit on them for being small.
Okay.
What he was doing was he was shitting on them for coming into a space thinking they know the score and not doing their research and thinking about how to better position themselves, and was shitting on them for having small view counts with the hubris they have.
Yeah, and?
I don't
what's
think
wrong with that? People hate on you when you're big.
What's wrong with that? Actually, I ask you what's wrong with that.
What? What the fuck is he on about? That's exactly the problem. People get this massive inflated impression of themselves, and it's about going, hang on a fucking minute, you're nobody. Like, who do you think you are? If someone comes in with a really strong, pointed, substantive critique, right, and it's like, fuck, I didn't think of that, or fuck, that's a really good point, yeah, I'm going to be like, damn, you must know your fucking shit, right? Who was that person yesterday? Ignoring chat, right? What, I mean, they're like a small creator. They've just started, right? And they came in and there's some interest. They were funny. Like, I don't know. It's like, it's not about being a small creator. You can be a small creator and be fucking based. It's about being a small creator and being a cunt. That's what I take issue with. And that's why I'll fucking make fun of you for your viewers. Because, yeah, fuck you. Jesus Christ. This is unbelievable.
Sometimes
Yeah, but you shouldn't
nothing.
encourage. I mean, no matter how big a person is, you shouldn't encourage people to be like really uncharitable towards.
There are
anyone.
3 million channels with 0 to 5 viewers that went live in the last week on Twitch. Okay,
Yeah, but
we're not
here's my
impacting
thing.
anything. We're not
It takes
stopping people from
courage.
doing something.
It takes courage to go live. Some people figure out
thanks a lot.
quickly it's
That's
not for
really
them, and
generous
that's
of you.
good. We should be encouraging people to try
Yes.
things in life
Give
and
into
experience.
your frustration, give into your anger. Excellent. Let it fuel you.
Thanks very much for the $5. I love IRI, but he's doing the thing where he's talking on something he hasn't got a fucking clue about. It's so annoying. Stick to fucking your NPR shit, bro, okay? You don't know what you're talking about. You're stepping on things where you don't know the situation, okay? And that pisses me off. If you've got like a criticism of me, that's fine. But if you're saying, oh, Chud's shitting on a small streamer for hours and it's to do with them being a small streamer, you are fucking wrong. You are totally wrong and you got no idea what you're talking about, okay? Fuck off. IRI, I love what you do, but don't fucking speak to me about drama that you don't know anything about. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, okay? Or don't go on panels and talk about it, okay? If you're going to talk about it, at least do the fucking due diligence, do the research, okay? Fuck me, this is so annoying.
Man, and like not bully them out of the space.
I'm not going to extend the olive branch when somebody fucking burns it away.
I would
I'm
wonder
just saying,
if
like,
there's.
why even pay attention?
I would wonder though
Because
if
they
there's like
drag people's
motivation.
names into it.
Motivation for
But-
small content creators to
As an
actually like
Erie stan,
intentionally
fuck
try to drama
this.
farm with larger content creators because they know that they'll get their audience to watch them while they're kind of drama mongering.
Yeah.
That would be my main concern is if that behavior is
play
getting like
into it.
incentivized and like motivated because that's shitty behavior.
100%.
Well, we play into it, but none of them build a successful career off of that because they don't know how to maintain it because nobody sticks around when they go back to their original content. Endless Cemetery is back down to 11 viewers. The other day he was at 50. He was talking up a big game like, look, they thought I was not going to grow. I'm growing. No, because when you go back to your original content, people aren't fucking here for that. If they were making good content, they would see growth from it, period.
I don't know. As somebody who's been hated on a lot, and I just don't even care. Like, whatever. Like, people think I'm a lib and all this crap. I'm like, whatever, man. Like,
all right, I have
No,
no
yeah.
a lot. I'm green to it. I'm going to fucking come in with my passionate takes that I care about, you know?
but you're just giving them attention.
Do you think
That's
that we
not-
should
The
treat
attention wore off.
should small content
And now
creators
I'm
be
gonna
like
get way more attention out of it because Chud's gonna make a YouTube video, is gonna get 10K views. That's cool, great.
do you think that like IRA like small content creators should be like somewhat like protected in this like happenstance? Like so for example, Endless who like kind of like made a lot of accusations and stuff at different individuals that it seems to potentially be clout chasing. Should we just like not respond or like what are you advocating for?
I say if like we don't have to respond. Like I get it. Some people are nasty and they come in here, but like I remember when I first came in space, I know Rhyzohm and I talked about this and he said he felt differently, but you know, you kind of feel like you've got an idea of how to do things better. And that's why you go live in the first place. And you know, some people they're a little nastier about it, but I don't know. I feel like everybody thinks that they can do it better. You know what I mean?
I don't just shit talk on random ass people who I could like build a bridge with.
Hello, mate. How's it going?
Hi, Chuddy. What's happening?
Yeah.
What the fuck? What do you care? Why are you so mad about it? You know what?
Wait.
First of all,
What do I care about?
Fucking pathetic. First of all, your fucking pathetic drama is so stupid. Who gives a fuck? You think I'm gonna spend time studying that when we got
Well,
real
don't fucking
shit going
listen,
on in this
bro.
world?
Okay,
I'm gonna speak on whatever
don't
I want.
fucking talk
and your
about it
little
then.
Bitch-ass drama
Don't fucking
is
talk
first
about it
on the
then.
table.
Why are you talking about it if you don't know what you're fucking talking about? Just go and fucking watch NPR and fuck off. What's your problem?
What loser fucking knows every detail of this drama? How fucking
Well, don't
pathetic.
fucking
I'm
talk
gonna run
about
my
it then.
mouth all I want.
Well, don't
'Cause
fucking
it's
talk about it
hilarious.
then. Don't talk. Why are you talking
You're
about? You don't know what you're
sorting
talking
out.
about. No, you're fucking
are
sorting out of
sorting
me,
out.
and you're making this bullshit up about me, like I'm talking all this shit on these small streamers
I didn't
just
make
because
shit
they're
up.
small streamers. It's nothing to do with that.
First of
What are you
all-
on about?
First of all, I come into your stream. You're calling some dude a slob. You're looking at his stats on Sully Gnome. You're saying these failed streamers. Look at your fucking title right now. You're a bully, bro. Why are
Okay.
you bullying these little
Okay.
fucks?
Let me
Everybody
a-
starts
right.
at 0, and you're having a giggle at people failed streaming. That should be something we celebrate. If you fail as a streamer, good for you. You tried it, and you
Right.
learned it's not for me.
Okay, can you explain to me, okay, the events leading up to me calling that person a slob?
Give a fuck what events led up to it. You have no
So
justification.
you don't know.
Chud.
So you don't know.
You
So
have-
you don't know.
What? Did
You
they
don't
call
know.
you a slob too? Why? What justifies you calling some guy a slob? You tell me. I'd love to hear this.
Okay. So basically what you're saying to me is I should just be nice to people, essentially.
I'm saying that we want to foster a community here of people giving a fuck and getting involved, and a lot of them aren't going to like us. A lot of them are going to talk shit. Who gives a fuck if they talk shit on us? How does it hurt you in any way at all that you have to react?
Okay, so what you're saying then, if someone is smaller than me, are you happy for them to just talk unlimited shit on me and I can never respond to it? I've just got to ignore it.
You can respond all you want, but I ask you, what's the point?
Well, what point does that have to be?
Because only you allow yourself to get upset, Chud. Nobody can make you mad. Nobody can make you get your feelings hurt. I gotta respond because they hurt my feelings.
So you're basically saying be nice. You're just saying if someone's being shitty to you, it's turn the other cheek. You're asking me to do the Christian.
I'm saying.
Well, what are you saying then?
I'm saying do your thing. Who gives a fuck?
Well, my thing is seeing people shitting on me and shitting on them back. That's my thing.
Why do you care if some newer streamer is talking shit on you to their fucking 10 viewer audience? What does it matter to you? Why does it matter? They got 7 likes on a tweet calling you talking shit. Now you're going to drag them in front of 500 people? Let me show this little fuck what it's really about. You going to come at me, the king? Who gives a fuck?
Well, maybe you're just cucked out and you don't care if people talk shit about you. I like talking shit to people. So if someone talks shit to me, I'm going to give a fuck about how big they are. I'm going to talk some shit back. I enjoy it. I like doing it. If you just want to soy out and be like, oh, no, don't do that. They're too small. Then, go and do your thing. Fine.
Well, listen, before you soyed out and got all upset listening to 10 seconds of the conversation, I said later that some of these people, they learn their lesson. And a lot of them come in hot because they come in off the internet where it's a fucking fist fight all day long. And they come in hot and they start talking shit. And then they learn, hey, wait a second, there's an actual community here. And I like some of these people. And maybe I was wrong. But you scared them out. So they never got to that point.
Well, good. If they haven't got what it takes, then fucking good.
That's
good. If they haven't got what it takes. Listen, I'm doing them a favor. I'm doing them a fucking favor by being a bit harsh to them so they know what it's going to be like.
Come on. Nobody's got what it takes when they first start. Come on. People would die a minute in Destiny's shoes. He says that all the time. People wouldn't even be able to handle your shoes at this point.
So here's the thing, right? The way you're characterizing this is that if someone's a small streamer and they've got an opinion, right? Or they're critical of me, I'm bringing them up and being like, oh, fuck this guy, I'm going to shit on them. That's not the case at all. And this is my point.
Oh, really?
You don't know.
So why did you bring up this guy's stats? Why did you bring
this
guy's Twitch? No, why did you bring up his stats then, Chuck?
Okay, there's a couple of reasons. Because I wasn't even talking about that at first, okay? Then he fucking...
Well, let's talk about that, because that's my whole point.
Well, I'm trying to, okay? So basically, I was just talking about it, okay? And I was talking about how, being drunk on stream, I did overstate it a bit. I said people shouldn't smoke or drink at all. I took an L on that and I walked it back and I said, people shouldn't drink on stream, especially if you're going in front of a big audience. That's bad form, right? This fucking clown ats me on Twitter and goes, how dare you fucking tell me to, be professional when you threaten to say the N-word? And I was like, well, fuck this guy. I'm going to, roast him a bit. And I roasted him. That was as simple as that, okay? Now, if you think that that's not nice, that's fine. But yeah, if someone wants to fucking at me on Twitter and talk some shit, I'm going to talk some shit back. What?
You can do that all you want. I'm not going to tell you. I'm just expressing that I think we should just ignore a lot more than we respond to and let these people do whatever they want. And who gives a fuck? They're talking about us.
You're representing it in a way that makes it sound like I'm some guy that just is bringing up small streamers and being like, oh yeah, look at this guy. He sucks for hours just because they're a small streamer. And that's not true. That's complete fucking bullshit.
I didn't say it's just because they're a small streamer. Again, before you soy out, I say later in the conversation that this is something that maybe we shouldn't use as an attack on people, that they're a small streamer. Maybe we shouldn't attack people for being a failed streamer like your title says either. Do you think that's funny?
I mean, what
I have a problem with... Do you think being a failed streamer is funny?
It's okay.
What
I have a problem with is what I call the failed streamer industrial complex, okay? So it's people that aren't successful streamers that have got a lot of opinions about what streaming is and what it should be, and they want to fucking talk about it a lot, okay? And there's a couple of people I've got in mind.
Welcome to life. We talk shit on everybody in every field. We talk shit on actors. We talk shit on music. We talk shit on everybody, president, elected. It's life. Welcome to life. You want me to take your diaper off and get you out of the nest? What are you on about?
Well, I don't understand what you were literally just saying. I need to be nicer to people. That's literally your criticism. Okay, fine.
No, I'm saying.
Well, what is it then?
Maybe we shouldn't mock people for having low viewership, and maybe we should mock them for being failed streamers. That's all I'm saying. You want to talk shit about what they said or something? Sure.
I don't just mock
I know
people.
you don't just. You're manipulating this, Chud. I love you.
Oh,
but
so now I'm a fucking manipulator. What?
No. Okay, now see, you're doing it again. All I said in this conversation is we shouldn't use that. You're trying to say that I said that that's the main thing you're pointing out. I never said that.
Okay, so you are saying be nice, and there's certain things we shouldn't attack people for. And I'm saying I don't care. I'll attack people on whatever lines I want to. I don't fucking care. It's funny.
Okay. You can, and we have a difference of opinion on this, but it is what it is. I'm just saying that we want to call. I want to. Okay, I don't know what the fuck you want. It's all good.
If your position was just, I don't like the fact that Chud attacks people for uses as a vector attack, that's fine. And I admit I've not listened to the whole conversation. I got heated and I messaged you, right? But you're making it sound, and this is my problem. You don't know what you're talking about, and that's okay. I know you cover.
What do you mean I don't know? How do you know I don't know? How do you know I haven't watched every single fucking minute of this drama? How
Because
do you know
the way that you're characterizing it demonstrates that you either don't know or you're lying about it.
Oh, give me a break. Maybe I didn't reveal everything. Maybe I was just focusing on one thing. See, this is nonsense. You're assuming a bunch of shit.
But this is the problem. You don't know the story as to why what happened. And if someone is atting me on Twitter and giving me shit, I'm going to give them some shit back. Well,
what did they get? Fucking 13 engagements, 47 views on that, Chud? Did you really get your feelings hurt by the guy calling you out?
Right. Let me ask you a question, okay? Let's say that someone tweeted out that I'm a rapist, right? And the tweet only gets 5 likes, but I happen to see it. Are you saying I should respond to that?
Now your destiny, we go straight to rape. Okay, what if Hitler tweeted about you? Come on, give me a break. This is ridiculous. If someone accused you of rape, of course you can respond. That's not what happened here. Stop.
But hang on a sec. Wait. But the point there then is the fact that it's only got 5 likes is then irrelevant. So there must be some other factor by which you were judging when I've got an ability to respond, right?
No.
There must be.
You're focusing on the weeds, man. I'm looking at the whole forest here, dude. You're trying to get down and look at each fucking blade of grass here with a microscope. What are you on about?
Well, no, because you're suggesting, right, that I can't attack people on... there's 2 things. You're saying I can't attack people for having low viewers. And secondly, if someone is small and doesn't get much engagement, I shouldn't respond to them. But then when I've said to you about if someone accusing me of rape, you said I can respond to them in that instance.
I did not say because someone gets very few engagements, you shouldn't respond. I was talking about this one situation. You brought it up. The guy said that, Chud made fun of Chud's an idiot or whatever for saying that you shouldn't be drunk on the job or whatever. I don't know. Who cares about that? That's not rape. He said something that probably 90% of your audience agrees you were wrong on. Who cares?
Well, but this is the thing, right? All I'm saying to you, because you seem to suggest that the reason I can't respond is because they're small, and we've established that the size of someone doesn't necessarily matter as to whether you respond to them or not. Okay, but that's what you were suggesting. That's what you just said. You said if someone's not getting any engagement... Okay.
Let me clarify that. I'll make it very simple.
Okay.
You were attacking this person, amongst other things, for being a slob. One of them, I think that's even worse. Being a slob and drinking, we don't know what's going on in this guy's life. But another characteristic that you seem to have a lot of fun lately teasing people about is having no viewers. And I think that's kind of fucked up.
Okay.
Because it takes time for some people to find their voice. Not everybody hits the ground running. Some people, I think everybody's a rock star. They got something on the inside that made them go. And if they find out that this isn't for them, then they find out it's not for them. But they don't need you giving them a hard time because they don't have viewers. I think that's kind of fucked up.
Here's the thing, though, is you're removing so much of the context of what's happening, right? So the other issue that I've got with this person is they're going on a stream with Dylan, the biggest stream that they've ever been on in their fucking life. It's just stuff of dreams for people, right? And he's there drinking and trying to criticize Dylan for his show and his conduct. And that to me is like an inconsistency. He's there fucking drinking whiskey from the bottle, trying to tell Dylan what's what, and he's like a 4-viewer Andy.
You go again. Now, what does him being a 4-viewer Andy have anything to do with giving Dylan his opinion on his content? What does that matter? Dylan brought him on. And this is another thing. You guys love bringing these guys on and fucking with them in front of everybody. And you're going to pomp on them. You're going to bop them. I don't get it, man.
Because his opinion fucking sucks. If he came on and gave a substantive critique of what Dylan is doing and something actionable that takes into account what it is that Dylan does, then yeah, I'd have no problem. I probably wouldn't even bother watching it.
Of course his opinion sucks. He doesn't know anything what the person goes through, right?
Why are you attacking small streamers? What are you doing? You can't attack small streamers like that. That's terrible.
It doesn't have anything to do with being a small streamer. It has to do with not being the person walking in those shoes. I don't know what you go through. You don't know what I go through. Nobody knows what Dylan goes through. They don't know where his mind's at or what he's trying to do. So of course their opinion's going to suck. But being a small streamer has nothing to do with it.
Well, no, it does have a lot to do with it, because if you're a small streamer, you know, you don't necessarily have the requisite experience or knowledge, or you know, you don't know what it's like to have that many viewers and what it takes to sustain those viewers, what it takes to even build up to that level of viewership. I
disagree. I don't know what it takes for Dylan, and I don't feel like I'm a small streamer, but I don't have any idea what it takes for Dylan to get where he's at. I don't think you know what it takes for Dylan to get to where he's at.
Well, okay. I've criticised it in the past, but I've tried to do it in a way that is like a substantive, pointed critique of something specifically that he's doing that I didn't like. So he had these debates between like a trans person and a transphobe about trans issues. And despite him trying to do this like wrestling show mentality and it be fun, it just came across as mean-spirited. It wasn't fitting with the theme of the show that he was trying to do, right? Now, I'm sure I'm not the only person that levied that criticism, but you know, since then he's developed his show, and I think he's, you know, worthy of praise for moving his show in a direction that's more fitting to the, you know, angle that he's trying to achieve. So I was able to do that by looking at the space, looking at my own experience and thinking about it and, you know, giving that critique to him, right? And I've gained that by knowing the space, by being in the space, by looking at the space, by talking about the space a lot, right? The point I'm making is these small streamers come in from the outside. They've not fucking succeeded themselves. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And they want to come and levy these critiques. And they do it in a really sloppy way. And they do it whilst drinking on stream. I think it's fucking ridiculous. And it's like, just fuck off. That's my perspective.
Yeah, and I say, who gives a fuck? I think the Giga Chad mood is to say, I don't even give a fuck. That's, you know what I mean? Imagine if Hassan brought on every fucking little person that said something about him. Like, who gives a fuck?
Well, it's an opportunity for them, isn't it?
I don't understand. I don't know how this is so hard for you to understand. Why do you care? You're allowing yourself to care. You're the one who's getting your feelings hurt by these people. What does it matter?
I mean, well, it's just funny. It's content. I mean, obviously that's a big part of it. Like, I'm making content out of it. I'm not getting my feelings hurt as such. I just like talking shit. If someone talks shit to me, that's them saying to my mind, I'm going to talk shit at you, you know, and so I'll respond in kind. Like, I you know, it's kind of what I do. I don't know. This is what I do. I don't understand, like, why you're taking such an affront to the idea that if someone wants to, like, talk shit to me, I'll talk shit back to them.
I don't have a problem with you talking. If you want to respond, like I told Rhyzohm, you guys can respond any way you want. If someone said something personal about me, I'd probably respond too. But I wouldn't bring up the fact that they're a small streamer to attack them or that they're a failed streamer. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I'm going to add Rhyzohm because he thinks he can help us resolve this disagreement.
Oh, good. You need help. 2v1. Because he's on your side, so sure.
No, it's not a 2v1. He's saying he's going to moderate to help us come to agreement.
No, he's completely on your side. He's not going to moderate shit, but it's fine. Bring him in.
Hey, Rhyzohm, how's it going? There's an accusation that we're going to do a 2v1.
Hold on one sec. I got to adjust my audio a little bit. I wasn't totally ready, but I hear the accusation IRI. Don't worry, okay?
Okay, go ahead. I'm not mad. You told me you're 90% on Chud's side on this, basically. Well, you kind of see what I'm saying a little bit, so I'm very curious to hear how you're gonna moderate and be the guiding force in this combo. Let's hear it.
Yeah, well, I think you guys are just talking past each other. So I think Chud is saying I was never shitting on people for their viewer counts, like because of their viewer counts. They came into the conversation for other reasons, and then I was shitting on them and having fun, and I'm within my right to do that. You're saying, well, you shouldn't, because it's not good to shit on people for those things because it pushes people out of the community, it burns bridges, but you're not saying that Chud was shitting on them because of their viewer count. You just want him to kind of clean up his act in the way that he's being a sort of beacon to the community, right?
I mean, that's part of it, but also, like, there's so many other things to shit on them for. If that's what you want to do and you want to react to everybody who gets mad at you, then sure. But, like, let's leave their viewer count and the fact that they're a failed streamer out of it. That's all I'm saying. Let's leave those variables out. You want to attack them for
Okay.
other things? I
Right.
disagree. Calling someone a slob, I think it's kind of fucked up. Nobody's a slob because, like, I'm going to be a slob tonight. It's like someone saying, I'm going to do heroin on the weekend. Like, people are suffering. You know, there's stuff going on in people's lives, man.
So yeah, but
Did you
here's the
not call
problem.
that guy a slob? Did
I
you
did-
not call that
I
guy a
did.
slob?
Yeah, I did call him a slob. Yeah, of course, it was funny.
Okay.
He was drinking
So
whiskey out of the
you-
bottle, like fuck it. It was crazy.
You don't. Okay, so it seems very leftist of you to attack people for excessive drinking and being overweight. Like, that's brilliant, Chud.
Okay, this is pure soy. Like, just because I'm a leftist doesn't mean that I can't have an interpersonal issue with someone and give them some shit.
Well, shouldn't you care? Don't you think you should be kind of considerate of what people are going through and why somebody would be in a bad place or
Can I
something?
can I ask you something? Do you get this
Yes?
animated when you speak to Destiny about the way he behaves with like smaller creators and smaller Twitter accounts?
I haven't had a chance to talk to him about something like this. You're the one in front of me. What does it matter if I talk to Destiny like this? What does that matter?
Well, I would argue that Destiny's behavior is like way worse than mine on this topic in terms
What
of
is-
being an
did I-
asshole to
am I
smaller
talking to-
people.
Am I talking to Josie now? What happened here? I thought Rhyzohm Joe. What are we on about here? Now we're turning this on to Destiny. Why?
Well,
yeah, I mean,
because the-
Chud, that was a bit of a. You are just trying to get a dunk right there.
well,
You're telling me I'm
the point
soying out.
making.
This is the soyest thing I've heard ever. To go say Destiny's bad. I can't be bad because Destiny's the worst monster on the planet.
I'm not saying that
I didn't
at
know
all.
you joined.
I'm just
joined
saying
Team
you're more
Josie.
comfortable attacking me on this, okay? Because I'm an easier target, okay? And that's fine if you want to go for an
give me
easier
a
target.
break.
That's fine if you want to
Give
go
me
for an
a
easier
break.
target, okay?
Give
Listen,
me a
it seems pretty
break.
obvious to me. I think people in chat agree
Give
with
me
me. Okay?
a break.
All right, well,
That is so
IRI,
soy. That is so
explain
copping
IRI.
out. That is so copping out of the argument. Good
Well,
God.
IRI, explain why you're levying the criticism then.
Because it was right in front of me. I don't watch Destiny's content as much as I watch Chud's.
Well, thank you.
I saw it
Appreciate
right
that.
in front of me. Well, yeah, you're someone I enjoy your content. I mean, what do you want from me? I saw you crapping on this guy. I consider you a friend, and so I brought it up. Well, I wouldn't bring up something on a panel to attack you. Like, I obviously knew you were going to see it, you know.
With Destiny, but here
Yeah,
he's
sure, but I
soying
just
out
think that
over
your
Chud's
critique or
behavior.
whatever is just
He
kind of
needs to
like
be able to
it's
hold
just
Destiny
you're
to
just generally
account
telling me to be
equally.
nice in terms of there's certain things I can't attack. And the other problem as well is you're saying that to me. There's other people that would probably say to me there's other aspects of, you know, this person that I can't attack or go after, you know. So I kind of end up in a situation where it's like, well, what can I go after? And it just seems to be that collectively, if I was to follow this advice, I just have to be nice to people. And it's like, I don't want to be nice. I like being toxic.
God. That is such a stretch. That is such a ridiculous
Wait,
inference.
how
All
is
I'm
that a
saying-
stretch, IRI?
Because all I'm saying is let's not attack people for their viewer count or for being a failed streamer. I mentioned the slob thing because I think that's ridiculous, but if you want to do that, then you can do that. But my whole point on the panel...
Are you asking him to do that just to be nicer?
No, I'm not asking him to do that to be nicer. I'm asking
Then
him
what's
to
the
do that
imperative? Outline the imperative.
because I don't want to chase away people from the space who otherwise may get used to it and realize, hey, these people aren't that bad, or I see what's going on here.
Okay, I mean, I guess the thing is like, I don't believe that my behavior is chasing people away from the space at all. I think you need to demonstrate that I'm doing that just by, you know, saying to someone, oh yeah, you've got no viewers and you're a slob. I don't think that that's meaningfully chasing people away from the space. If that is going to make it so people just stop streaming, I mean, I've done them a favor because it's going to get way worse than that if they ever do grow.
I mean, look at your chat right now. You got people saying bullying is good. Do you believe that, Chud? Do you think bullying people is good?
Yes.
In sincerity, you think bullying people is good in general?
Yeah, sure. We like bullying.
IRI, what's your problem with?
What do you even
bullying in
how do
this
you even
instance?
react to that? That's the most soy, pathetic thing I've heard in a long time. You know what bullies are? Bullies are sad little people who have no self-esteem and have to lash out at other people. And as soon as somebody strikes back at them, they crumble like a little bitch.
Well, it's not me. Listen, it's not me striking first. I'm defending myself. If anything, I'm getting bullied.
Really? You're the one getting bullied. By whom?
Okay, right. You talk about this endless guy. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? This guy was talking shit
How do you
about
know
me.
that? How do you know I don't know that?
Because your presentation of it is that I'm just randomly going and attacking this like small streamer. Okay, explain to me then what happened. Explain explain the endless drama to me then. Off you go.
Really? I'm going to explain hours of whatever the
Well,
fuck.
I
How am
think
I
it's
gonna
important
explain?
that we understand your context, like your understanding of the context, so that you can levy this criticism. Yeah, I think you need to substantiate that you have like a decent understanding of it.
Oh my god. This
Is
are
that
you
not
guys
important?
serious? I need to substantiate my understanding of your guys' little stupid drama.
If you want to
Really?
talk about it, yeah.
Drama in
Otherwise,
a
don't
way where you're
fucking
doing
talk
some
about
kind
it.
of
What do you
evaluation?
mean?
Where
You
you're
explain to me,
giving some
you
kind of
explain to me your
evaluative-
understanding of Joe Biden's decision making with the
IRI.
southern border.
Wait,
IRI.
no, Rhyzohm, wait a second, wait.
IRI.
Listen, IRI, I don't talk about Joe Biden on the southern border because I don't fucking know about it, okay?
When you're trying to say whether something was handled correctly or not, IRI, I think it's important that you demonstrate that you know what happened in the situation, at least a cursory understanding.
I'm not saying anything was handled correctly. You guys think I give a flying fuck about the way it was handled? I'm talking about specific characteristics you guys are attacking that I don't think we should. Now, if you want to keep doing that, you can. I don't give a flying fuck about how this situation was handled or your relationship with these people or the details of what happened. You think I have time to give a fuck about that? Come on. This is pathetic.
Well, you got time to talk about it on a panel, haven't you?
I'm invited to a panel. I'm on the panel. Of course I'm going to talk about it. It's ChaosCast. You're going to bring up your grievances with the platform and the space. That's what you do on ChaosCast.
So what you said on the panel was Chud was shitting on this dude endless, and you're looking at his viewer count, pulling up his Sully gnome, and making hours of content out of that, right? So you were kind of saying that you have an understanding of the situation.
I didn't say it was over endless.
Understanding, but really quick, really quick, that understanding that you brought didn't comport with what Chud felt was the reality, and then you went on to prescribe like methods to improve the way that we do things based on this.
I did not say it was about endless. I did not say that. I think Chud did bring up his stats though, if I'm not mistaken. But I was talking about this other guy, this beer whatever guy. I don't know what his name is.
Okay, so in that situation with the beer dude, your opinion is that Chud brought up his Sully gnome and was shitting on him for hours in a needless way, in a way that was just pointless and gratuitous.
I did not. I corrected the statement that Chud brought up his viewers for hours. I said Chud shit on him for hours, but he brought up his viewer count on stream for everybody to see and laugh at. And I said that's from Mike from PA bullshit. That Mike's done that to me as a way to put me down.
So you're sensitive about this then. That's what it is. You're sensitive about being mocked for your own viewership.
No. A moment ago, Chud, IRI said, I don't give a fuck if you guys continue to do this. So I think, IRI, are you just saying it's better to do this and you would hope we do the better thing?
Yes, of course. I'm saying that as someone who's experienced that, it doesn't feel good. And I'm saying there's no reason to do that when you can make fun of people for whatever dumb things they've done all you want. I'm just saying, let's try to leave viewer count out of it. If you don't want to do that, that's up to you. I'm not going to go on some fucking spiel. I'm not going to go online tomorrow and go on some rant about it. I don't care. I just brought it up on the panel.
Yeah, but my problem isn't that you know, if you just said, oh, I don't like the fact that Chud does that, you know, I'll probably be like, yeah, it's the fact you're misrepresenting drama, and to me it seems like you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And it sounds like I'm just random. But the point is, you're making it sound in your description like I'm just randomly bringing up small streamers and shitting on them, right? That normally it's that they've given me some shit, yeah? And also the endless situation is one great example where there's a lot more going on there that you don't know that you know, justifies my response, I think.
Let's talk about what did this endless guy do to you that was so bad, Chud? I'd love to hear this. What did he do to you that was so bad?
Okay, so basically this is a situation, right? He was like talking shit about me on a stream, okay? And so my first reaction was like, oh, okay, this guy's talking shit about me. He's one of these kinds of people that comes into the space, doesn't really get many viewers, and eventually fucks off, right? Something like that, okay? And then I ended up watching more content, right? And basically, this guy was like being really shitty to Rhyzohm. One of his friends was being shitty to Rhyzohm. They were being racist to Rhyzohm, which I thought was well fucking out of order. And then he was like and then someone ended up linking linking me this stream where he'd forgotten to end his stream, and he was like being a total snake about Dylan, and despite like having been nice to his face, he was like talking shit behind his back. So at that point, yeah, obviously it becomes like a, you know, coverage of the drama, but the point is like me mocking his viewership is like such a small part of that, and then over the course of my coverage it became more about the other shitty things he was doing and pointing that out and talking about it. So to characterize that as, oh, I'm just shitting on him because he's a small streamer, it's just totally incorrect.
So what I just heard there, correct me if I'm wrong, that this guy said some things, some mean things about you and your friends. Is that what happened? Is that really? Is that what happened?
Do you think racism is just saying mean things about someone? Like, I mean, sure, I guess if you want to frame it that way.
To be clear, he was...
That's not what you said.
He did. Well, at least Endless was justifying racist slurs used against me for the last, like, in one of the conversations that we had. And he's claiming to be a bastion of blackness in the space and trying to create a space for black people while also gatekeeping blackness and things like that. So it wasn't just like, oh, he said some mean things. Like, no, he's being incredibly racist towards black people who don't fall in line with the leftiest position on black issues. And I wasn't like, I just chose the wrong side. So Chud wanted to make sure that that was clear, because this is something that Chud's been talking about for a while when it comes to woke scolds and leftier than thou types, right?
Okay, so this sounds like a problem between you and Rhyzohm, you and this Endless guy. So I'm still trying to figure out how Chud got involved in this, and he got so wronged by this guy that he feels vindicated in doing this. I'm just curious.
Chud got involved because he saw a moment where he can add to the discourse on why this is wrong, why this type of thing might have happened in the first place, what this dynamic is between people who have marginalized identities but don't land on the correct positions with like the most like online lefties out there, right? So he thought he could do some interesting analysis around that. And in order to do that, the question arises of who the fuck is this Endless guy who's so confident with his criticism and analysis here?
Right. And do you guys think you solved the problem?
I'm just trying to add clarity to the situation.
So, I mean, solve the problem. I mean, I'm not looking to like solve the problem per se. I just see something shitty happening and I'm like, I'm going to talk about this on my stream because this is out of order. And people get away with this so much where, black people will be racist to like another black person and they get swept under the rug because it's the woke kind of racism. And I'm just like, no, this is bullshit. And, I'm on good terms with Rhyzohm. I'm friendly with Rhyzohm. So it is a bit personal to me. And I, do feel emotional in some way watching it. I'm like, fuck this bullshit, I mean, if you think I can't speak about it because I'm not directly involved, that's fine. And yeah, I'll admit that the reason I started engaging with this is because he was shit-talking me. But, it basically is like this guy shit-talked me. I found out all the shit he was doing. And I'm like, well, I'm going to talk about the shit that you're doing. I don't know. I don't think that's unreasonable. And yeah, I shit on him a bit for like his viewers and stuff. But firstly, that was a small part of the coverage I did in all of it. And secondly, there's a relevant point to be made there about people who haven't really done anything in this arena. They don't know what they're talking about, and they come in and act like they're the big fucking I am, and I'm sick of it. That's why I talk about the failed streamer industrial complex. There's all these people who haven't done anything and think they've got all the right to come in and give all these fucking takes and, shit talk this person, shit talk that person, and I'm saying no, I'm done with it, I'm sick of it, and I'm going to talk about it and criticize it.
I mean, okay, if you want to do that, that's your business. But I don't really see why you're done with it and why you're sick of it. Like, how does it impact you? Like, people talking shit about this space, they don't know anything about it. Like what does it matter?
Let me ask you, IRI.
That's my bigger question.
Your stream,
what does it matter?
On your stream, does everything you talk about directly impact you?
Does everything I talk about directly impact me? Well, I mean, I'm talking electoral politics and elections have
Does
impact.
every single issue you talk about directly impact you? Yes or no?
Well, I'd have to say no.
Okay. So why do I only... You've got this on your stream. You're talking about stuff that doesn't impact you. But then on my stream, you're saying, I don't know, I can only talk about stuff that impacts me. I'm going to talk about stuff I want to talk about, that I'm interested in talking about, even if it doesn't directly impact me.
I feel this is all obfuscating from my main point, which is that we shouldn't attack people for their viewer count or for being a failed streamer. That is my whole point, Chud. That's it.
So
Nothing else. I'm not fighting you on anything else.
That's fine, but I don't think you've given me a good enough reason to not do that. You're saying it's because I'm chasing people out of space or putting people out of space. I don't think that's true.
What is your justification for attacking people for low view count and being a failed streamer then? Because they don't know.
Primarily because it's funny and I like doing it. Okay, that's the main reason.
What's funny about having low view count? You tell me. What's funny about having a low view count or being a failed streamer?
Why is that the one who's claiming that there's some sort of like moral wrong happening here? Chud's not claiming that there's any right or wrong in this. You're the one who has to tell us why it's wrong, not Chud having to tell you why it's okay.
The reason it's funny is because it's not okay. This is
a nice 2v1 here. This is great. We're really moderating.
But that's just how it works.
I'm glad we brought Rhyzohm in here.
IRI,
what do you mean? I can make whatever claim I want. Yeah, what the fuck is this? Like, I can't bring anybody in. Like, why?
You can bring whoever you want in, okay? I don't need help.
Nobody's on my side on this shit. Obviously, I'm the only person who thinks it's fucked up to make fun of people for their view count.
IRI, if I came to you and I said something you're doing is wrong, I'd have to ask you why. You couldn't just say you're doing this wrong. Prove to me it's wrong. The burden of proof is on you, or prove to me that it's right. Rather, the burden of proof is on you to prove that it's wrong, or anything beyond neutral.
Why do I have to prove anything? All I'm doing is expressing my opinion.
You're making
because I'm saying it's not nice to make fun of people for having a low view count. Why do I have to say anything further than that? Do I have to prove some sort of moral reasoning for that? I think you can understand that.
Okay, but you can say that then, and I can say, well, I don't agree. I'm not going to stop doing it. You tried to justify it as I'm pushing streamers out of the space, and I don't agree that's happening. So I can just say, well, no, I don't agree with you, and I'm going to keep doing it because I find it funny. And that's it. I don't know what else there is to say.
Of course.
Rele says he's going to agree with you.
I'm not going to argue with that on that. I'm just, of course you can agree with that. You can say that. I'm not going to fight you. I mean, that's your opinion. I just expressed my opinion, and you reached out to me and said, what's going on? You're the one who soyed out with 10,000 question marks. What do you mean? I don't give a fuck about any of this.
I don't care that you've got an opinion about what I should and shouldn't do in that way, okay? My issue is you're misrepresenting what happened, and you're making it sound like I'm some sort of monster who just brings up random small streamers to shit on them. And, there's absolutely no reason to do it.
3 sentences. You listened to 3 sentences of that conversation, then you soyed out, and
because in those sentences you said some things wrong, and yeah, I kind of prejudged a bit in some ways, but it seemed like you didn't have a clue about any of this drama and you were speaking on it. And all it is like, I don't talk about shit that I don't know about. So you don't talk about shit you don't know about either. Or at least preface it by saying, I don't really know what's happened, or something like that. But you were talking, like I've gone on for hours about this streamer and it was because they're a small streamer. And there's all these other factors that have come into play that you don't know and you don't understand. And that's it.
Let's chill for a bit. Rele just jumped in. Rele, do you want to give us your take so far on what's going on?
Sure. I came in primarily because of the point of why it might be bad to make fun of people who have low viewer counts. And as you can see from my picture, I have the lowest viewer count on Twitch, and my picture confirms it. So I take that marginalized status forever. But I think just for me, a big reason why I don't like the idea of making fun of people for having a low viewer count. And I will say, Chud, you did speak a little bit more about part of the reason why you were talking about his low viewer count had to do with like the mentality that he had, that he ran the show, or like he was like a significant character. I don't know who this person as much about this situation as you do, probably any of the people here do. But the idea that I might make fun of somebody because of a low view count, to me, just doesn't really operate well for me, because it makes people feel a little bit uncomfortable with how they, with like the content that they're putting out, that you're saying that essentially it's lackluster content, it's bad content, it's not good. And I think that's to be shown, that's to be seen. And I don't think view count, while sometimes it is a very good barometer for it, I don't think it always is. For instance, many of us started a low view count, yada whatever, right? And we carried over for a low view count until certain things happen. The discoverability on Twitch is very bad. So you may have good content, but your discoverability just might be absolute garbage.
I don't think to my knowledge, I mean, if there's anything that contradicts this, we can look at it. But to my knowledge, I don't think I've ever claimed that someone like necessarily makes bad content because they've got a low viewer count.
Yeah.
In fact, I had someone on yesterday who is a very new streamer, and I commented on like how funny they were, and they seem like a good streamer. I talk about people that I see that I think are up and coming, or like I think do good content and they're going to grow and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't think I ever kind of say, oh, this person's got a low viewer count, so they've got bad content. I think that like, sorry, go on.
Yeah, okay, so then can I ask then what more? Can I get an answer then for what IRI was getting at earlier, which is what is funny about having a low view count?
I mean, why is anything funny? I mean, I find it funny. Like, people find things funny. I don't know if you can really justify why something is funny.
Well, generally speaking, you can just define why something is funny. Like, I don't know. I find you funny because I think you say things that are ironic and things you probably shouldn't say, but you say them coming from a place that we all can recognize as, somewhere that's like educated about why you either shouldn't say them or whatever. So it doesn't hit the same way. It hits in a very different way. It's pretty funny. I'd say that is a reason why that's funny. But do you then if you agree
Well,
that
I
or
guess
if you're
okay.
making
I guess the way I'd respond to that then is that like, I guess just bringing up like, okay, it's contextual. So if there was like a streamer, okay, say a streamer called, I don't know, streamer A, okay, and out of nowhere, right, I just brought up their stats and was like, hey guys, look at this small streamer. He's got no viewers. Ha ha ha. 3 viewers. He must fucking suck and he's got terrible content, right? You're right. People would look at me, right? And they go, oh God, this is a bit fucking uncomfortable. Why is Chud randomly mocking this person with low viewers? And I think that would be totally justified because it would be, unnecessary and stuff like that. The comedy or the funny element comes in when there's some context that makes that action funny. So an example of that would be someone with a lot of confidence and acting like they're the big I am in the space and acting like they're pulling these moves, bringing them up and saying, oh, look, this guy's only got 4 viewers. It's kind of like an element of humbling that person. And I think that's where the comedy comes from.
Exactly. That was something that I was saying earlier, where it's like, that makes sense to me. If this person's coming through and saying, I know exactly how Twitch works. I've known exactly how this space operates. I know what will get you successful or what makes you unsuccessful or whatever. And they got 2 viewers. That's kind of funny. That's a kind of funny thing. You're talking about how how the algorithm works and how to get big and how to get successful, but you're pulling 2 concurrent viewers. Like if you don't know, why aren't you doing free stuff? Right. I don't disagree with that. That's and I believed you were saying that as it was coming in, and I think that's fine and all that. But I'm just saying to the effect, and I don't know specifically in if that's the context with which you said or made this joke. I don't know how consistently you're drilling the like low viewer count thing or anything like that. But I just wanted to come in because I heard arguments made about like why it might be bad to make fun of people with lower viewer counts. And I think that it's generally bad to do as a generality, as it seems like you might have agreed might be the case because you said in a vacuum, independent.
Yeah, that's obviously going to be my take. If nothing else has happened and there's just a random streamer that's not said anything to me, I've not said anything to them, and I bring them up on stream and start mocking them from the viewer count, yeah, obviously that's terrible and a horrible thing to do, and like I wouldn't do that, right? But the point is there's a context with which that whilst it doesn't morally justify it or something like that, it at very least is somewhat funny. And I like doing funny things, and so I'll do that, right? And I don't think there's like a moral imperative for me to not do that because I don't think that that's causing some harm that, I need to stop.
Wait, do you think
that's where the conversation got to before you got here, Rele, where I was asking IRI to demonstrate the moral imperative to do such.
So wait, do you not think that there's a harm in making fun of, so let's say in a vacuum, right? Would you say they haven't done anything to you? Would you say there's a harm in making fun of small streamers for their low viewer count?
Not necessarily. No, it could go that way. It could also motivate people to push on harder to prove someone wrong. So I don't know if it's like necessarily a harm. It could hurt their feelings and mean they give up quitting completely. It could also hurt their feelings and they go, well, fuck this guy, I'm going to prove him wrong, and they push on and go further. But so I think unprovoked, it probably is gonna, and if they're sensitive, you don't know them or something like that, I think that for me, if someone's like shit talking you, right, that to me is a sign. Well, I'm gonna shit talk you back, and I'm gonna go for what I think's gonna upset you, right? Because that's what shit talking's all about. You're trying to upset someone. You're trying to poke at something that they're uncomfortable about, right? So that to me is the whole situation with it. So yeah, it might cause some harm. It might make them quit. I think that though, if someone's shit talking you, I'm going to go for the juggler and go for what I think is going to upset you. That's kind of how it works.
I'm not going to shit on your like fair meets fair. Meet them where they stand in making fun of you. You're going to make fun of them. That's not really so much of an issue with my stuff or any argument that I'm making. I'm just trying to figure out where there might be a disconnect, because I personally am of the opinion that making fun of somebody's view count in a vacuum is something that we morally should not do, because I think it does discourage people from making content they may otherwise want to make, and due to the lack of like discoverability and stuff like that on Twitch, that people can feel very self-conscious about their view count when they might be making phenomenal content, but just not finding the views because they aren't getting promoted by other people. And unfortunately, that's a very big way for how a lot of people get found on Twitch, is by promotion of other people, like saying, hey, this person's really cool. And so
essentially, because that potential is there, the imperative should be that we don't make fun of people.
That should be the default stance. But I agree with Chud, where it's like, if, for instance, somebody wants to make fun of me for having lower viewers than Chud or whatever, like, that's all fine, because I can take it and we have a back and forth, and I'm not competitive with you. Like, given certain contexts, we can do that. We can have that back and forth. But as a default, without really knowing somebody and unprovoked and stuff, I would say it's a bad thing to do.
Yeah, but for me, I guess that's more just about that you don't have like a relationship with them, or they've not done anything to you to provoke that, right? Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess that would be my whole thing there. IRI, would you disagree with? So, do you disagree with Chud's position that he can make fun of somebody's view count if somebody's like making fun of him for something that we would consider a similar insult? Or do you think that like he should rise above that or something?
Well, I definitely think he should rise above it, but I don't think there even was a conversation or an argument from this other person, and I didn't watch every detail. Okay, I don't think there was an argument from this other person that
this other person being the beer person or Endless.
I don't know either.
I don't agree with this. Like, if someone shit talks you, they might take a mild hit at you, but I don't agree that it has to be equal. If someone shit talks you and you want to shit talk back, you're going to go for the things that are going to upset them. And to me, if someone's a small streamer with no viewers, I'm thinking they're probably going to feel a bit sensitive about that. So I'm gonna attack that a little bit. So yeah, I don't think it has to be equivalent. If someone wants to shit talk you and they take a low blow hit and fucking miss, then that's on them, isn't it? But
well, there's a lot of things people are pretty feel bad about. You know what I mean? Why not make fun of them for a ton of things? Like, why not make fun of that guy for his size? Why not make fun of him for his drinking problem? Like, why are those more acceptable things to make fun of than his viewer count?
I mean, my chat were making fun of him for his size. I avoided that. But
why?
I did make fun of him drinking quite a lot.
Those things would have hurt his feelings, right? That would have been good. That would have got under his skin. Why didn't you go for those things?
Well, I don't like. Okay, so for me, I tend not to go after someone's appearance because I don't show myself, and I feel that's unfair. Like, if someone can't shit talk me for my appearance, I don't think it's right that I shit talk them for their appearance, right? So I try and keep it relatively fair.
That's the only reason you don't shit talk people's appearance, because they can't see what you look like. Are you serious?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Chud, when you say that,
that's the only reason. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
When you say that,
I used to do it, but people pointed out to me and said, well, this is a bit unfair because you don't show yourself. And I agreed that, it's unfair of me to mock someone else's appearance if they can't mock mine.
But then when you say that, though, it sounds like you can go after their viewer count because people can see that, and that's something you can stand behind. So it does feel like you're throwing stones from a tower at that point, right?
What do you mean?
Like your viewer count is out there, but your face isn't. So it sounds like you feel more justified in making fun of somebody's viewer count, which yours you feel okay about, so you're not worried, but somebody else might be worried about theirs, so you're gonna go after that.
There's things I'm sensitive about and I'm self-conscious about, right? And if someone wants to come for me and they've not got the wherewithal to attack that, then that's on them. Tough shit, you missed your shot, and I'm going to come back at you with full force. Like, yeah.
I just don't buy this idea that you will only not mock people's appearances because they can't see what you look like. What kind of message does that send to the world, man?
So then we could just ask him about the implications then of that. So with Chud, let's say that you had your camera up. Let's say I don't know what you look like, but let's say that you're a very average looking guy, all right,
Okay.
with a very below average looking chat. No, I'm kidding. Right, you're a very average looking guy, and then somebody is coming at you who's overweight. Would you say it's good or not good then? Justified to be able to say make fun of this person for their weight?
Okay. I don't know. I don't like the idea of mocking someone for their weight. That feels a bit harsh. It feels a bit too harsh. Do you know what I mean?
Go into that. Why?
I don't disagree, but yeah, I'd love to hear why.
Well, I think that, like, when it comes to weight, I don't think weight is always like something you can look at or it's indicative of. Like, weight gets associated with like overeating and greed and stuff like that, and a lot of the insults are centered around that. And I don't necessarily see it as like weight is linked in that way to that thing. Do you see what I mean?
For sure. Do you think
It's
that
like under the belt? It's like a low blow. You know, I guess is how I put it.
Certainly. Do you think that low viewer count could have similar associations, like I was previously kind of getting at with like bad content and stuff like that? Do you think that like low viewer count, and if it does have those associations, do you feel more comfortable with like having those potential assumptions or associations like be made on a person? Like, I don't really care if people think this guy might have bad content because he just said that, like, I don't know, all British people are pedophiles, or I don't know what they would say to get under your skin, inner whatever bullshit thing they would have to say about you. Right? They said something stupid about you. So I don't really care if people assume this guy has bad content because of his low viewer count. I'm going to go out his viewer count, which can be a justified position that you can hold. I just want to know if that's the association.
Yeah, I guess the way I see it is that for me, like if I was to mock someone's like appearance, it might be about like, clothing they're wearing or the way they've done their hair or something like that. I don't know, right? But there is obviously some stuff that, like, I guess I would consider like a low blow, right? So yeah, I wouldn't go after someone's weight. If someone had like a facial disfigurement, like, clearly something they've got like literally no control over, yeah, it would be kind of shitty to go after that, So there's definitely stuff that I would consider to be like low blows, but I just don't think it's equivalent, like mocking someone's view account to like mocking someone for being fat or mocking someone for having a facial disfigurement. I don't see how that's like an equivalent thing,
So you brought in the variable of control there. You said something that they have control over. So you view a view count as something that somebody has a heavy contrul over.
Yeah, more so than like a facial disfigurement or even like being overweight. Because although you can do something about like your weight, say, even if you make immediate changes, that might not necessarily come into effect for a little while. So like, I don't think. Yeah, I guess maybe a level of control over it is maybe part of the analysis over what is acceptable to go after and what isn't.
So it's a low blow, but it's a less low blow because people have more control over it, and it passes a threshold of control where you feel justified.
The other thing as well to bear in mind, right, is that there's more context than just they've said something mean to me, so I'm going to say something mean about their view count, right? Normally, it's like if there's a level of hubris or a level of like, overconfidence in their own abilities or something like that. So it's going to be contextual as to what it is that they're specifically talking about or saying in this interaction too, Like I don't necessarily always attack someone for having a low view count if I'm having a disagreement or an argument with them, Yeah. Like, I spoke to this roadman guy once on a panel, and he was like acting like the big I am, and he was going, yeah, I'm going to take over this space and all this kind of stuff. And I just brought his figures up. I'm like, this guy's got 3 viewers. Like, he's like, what the fuck is he talking about? He's literally just schizo posting right now. So yeah.
Well, Roadman is a character. That dude's hilarious. I once called him. I once said he looks like a dude who would sell you some dodgy ecstasy outside of a club. I think he like plays into that character.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I just don't think it's equivalent. I think there probably is an element of control there. that maybe plays into it. Sure, maybe. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I agree with the idea that I would rather 100% go after somebody's view count than like somebody's weight, or especially like things that will never change, like potential. Well, not never. I mean, you can technically get plastic surgery or whatever, but I wouldn't suggest that people just go out and do that frivolously. But like facial disfigurement or stuff like that, I would definitely sooner go after something like a viewer count for the same reasons that you specifically stated. It's primarily about how much control you have over it. This is why we can go after like what you wear as well, generally speaking, because you can just change what clothes you're in. It's not that big of a deal, right? You can change what hairstyle you have for the most part. It's not that big of a deal. So yeah, actually, I really don't disagree with it. I just wanted to make the point because we were talking about whether or not morally we should whether or not it's morally bad to go after somebody's view count. And I think it just risks devaluing people's work and saying having the implication that um, their work is worth less than other people's work. And I don't really like that. Um, Especially when it feels like Twitch is not as much of a meritocracy to be able to like make such a claim. It does not. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool people that have very low viewers, and I don't want them to get caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, so I guess you're
3
saying
months ago I was one of them too.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is like it's that classic concern of by mocking someone for having a low viewer count, are people who also have low viewer counts getting caught in the crossfire of that? And I guess it's like, well, yeah, but you could say that of so many insults that you might throw out, And it just feels like if you police it to that level, there's so much you'd have to avoid saying because you might end up upsetting someone,
Well, my thing is I don't care about catching people in the crossfire who are getting caught in the crossfire for the reasons that like I'm critiquing the person. So if I say some conservative is an idiot for being a transphobe, who am I catching in the crossfire here? Conservatives who are transphobes. I don't really care about that, catching those people in the crossfire. But if I say this conservative who's a transphobe is an idiot and he's, a fat loser, I'm like, okay, well, now it feels like people who are overweight are getting caught in the crossfire just for being overweight, It's because it's like that's the first insult that I'm jumping to. I don't disagree that catching people in crossfire, you're ultimately going to catch a bunch of people in crossfire, and there's whole jokes about it, like how we say this guy's probably a weeb and stuff like that, where we catch like all weebs in the crossfire, and that's the joke because like weebs are losers because they are. But
those are fighting words, Rele.
Hey, listen, I will fight over them.
But the thing I guess is like I think that like you could easily argue that calling someone a weeb could genuinely be upsetting to people, and it could mean that they revert back on their hobby because of it and they quit doing it. So I guess I'd ask IRI, do you think that we should stop insulting people for like say their hobbies, as a way of mocking them or making fun of them because it might end up pushing them away from their hobby?
Well, I think in general we should try to avoid mocking people in general.
So you're saying be more nice. Why can't you just admit that you're saying be more nice?
Of course,
I don't understand.
Of course I'm saying that. That's
fine.
Of course I'm saying that.
I know, but earlier you were trying to avoid it, but that's what you're doing, and that's fine, but I don't want to be more nice. And then that's where it ends.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to. If I really was concerned about this, I would have gone to you personally and said, hey, Chud, what's going on here? And talked to you about it. I just brought it up on the panel. But you're trying to act like because you can't mock someone for their view count, well, now I can't make fun of anyone for anything. I mean, listen to what your argument, Chud. You totally understand. You can't make fun of someone's appearance. You're fine with that. No one's got to convince you of that. You're like, yeah, I think it's good to do that. You shouldn't make fun of someone for their alcoholism or drug use. You're fine. But as soon as I say, well, what about this other thing? You're like, oh, now I can't make fun of anyone for anything at all. They wear a weird hat. I can't make fun of them for their anime.
No. You're misunderstanding. I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to highlight to you.
You just said that.
I'm trying to highlight to you that there's a flaw in the way that you're looking at this.
Everything.
Okay, you can keep talking over me if you want, right?
Can I bridge that gap there?
Yes, please do.
Okay. I think what he's trying to say is that my school of thought, and I think IRI, you share a bit of my school of thought on this, is that our school of thought is going to have significant overlap with other things like the weeb comment, where it's going to, we're going to catch people in the crossfire, and we're just going to have to end up drawing a line the same way Chud is at a specific spot where it's like okay to make fun of somebody because they're a fan of the Mets. You know, it's okay to make fun of the Mets fans and okay to do this. And Chud just draws his line at a different spot. He draws his line at a spot that allows for a more edgy world. He believes in a world that can stand up on its own with like edgier comedy, or making fun of people for things that we may believe are perhaps off limits, or just something that might hit home a little bit harder for people. And that's he thinks that people can, you know, live and be productive and normal people while still being insulted every once in a while if they feel like they want to say that they're king of all shit. That, hey, listen, bro, you got 15 viewers and you're acting like you're goddamn, you know, Jesus Christ on Twitch, you know. And he thinks that, you know, you can go home and still live a productive life while doing that. And he wants to set that standard. Talk shit, get hit. I think that's a fine standard to set, and I think, you know, IRI, your standard to set is perfectly fine. I think my standard to set is perfectly fine. We just have different lines in the sand where we're drawing it, and I feel like the arguments that we've made, I feel like that's it, really. You know.
Well, I enjoyed this. IRI, I hate you. No, I'm just kidding. It was a good conversation. I enjoyed arguing with you, actually.
Of course, I don't have any bad feelings. I love you. I love everybody in here. I just this is something I care about. You know, that's all. I don't have any bad feelings towards anybody. I just in the end, I think Rele said it very well. This is not a meritocracy here on Twitch, and a lot of people are at the top because they got better networking skills or they got involved in a drama or some shit. Like you were just talking about Touring News not too long ago, saying, "Oh well, I wonder what happened to him." Like I don't think anybody out there would be like, "Touring News' content sucked." Like, was it the most interesting content in the world? Maybe no. Was it the most entertaining? Probably not. I don't think anyone would say he was like a bad content creator. He wasn't doing good work on his stream and trying to get people involved. He had a low view count. So I think when you go around and you make fun of people, and not as the crux of the argument, I understand your very specific situation that this guy was claiming that he knows how this place works, and then you point to, well, his viewer count doesn't say, which I still disagree. I think you can have 5 viewers and know exactly how this place runs and have some great ideas, you just haven't had a shot yet. I think you trample on those smaller people, and then they feel like, and maybe they go do something else with their lives instead of getting involved in a space like this, and we all lose. That's my whole point.
I mean, you know, if you can't handle a bit of heat, if this space probably isn't for you, to be honest. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've been that harsh in what I've said about people. If that's going to put you off, then it's probably for the best, to be honest.
Isn't that what YMS said to you last night too, IRI, in the conversation on the panel, where if you're talking smack and you can't take it, it's probably a good, like, it's an indicator of how you might be engaged or be able to deal with this shit in the space anyways?
I don't think that's a good argument. I really don't think, because I think people grow and they learn to deal with more grief and stuff, and it doesn't separate the men from the boys, shall we say. I just think that's a bad argument. I disagree.
I think it really depends on what we're talking about, where that will be the case. Like if we're talking about like Hassan building a bunker from all criticism, then like, yeah, he probably just can't handle the heat in the kitchen. The not the heat, the fucking room temperature in the kitchen.
The legitimate criticisms in the kitchen.
Necessary things for the kitchen to operate, right? You can't handle, right? There's that, and then there's something else. And then I think just maybe the difference is we just are disagreeing over what the room temperature of the kitchen is before people need to leave.
What are you snacking on, Rele?
You guys just have this overall thing that like we need to filter out the weak or something like that, and I just disagree. I don't.
No, it's not even a moral imperative. It's just saying consequently that might happen, but it's not like the biggest deal. I said to you last night too, like there's 2.7 million Twitch channels with 0 to 5 viewers that went live in the last week. There's 400K channels that go live between 6 and 11 viewers in the last week.
2.7 million.
Yeah, it's huge. We're basically at 3.1 million of 0 to 10 viewers. Where I'm at 150 to 200 this week, I've been sitting in the 0.2% of Twitch. Like, it's insane. So like 1 or 2 people Like, I mean, if they can't handle it, I think it's okay. I don't think, but I hear you, IRI. I get your overall point. I'm just trying to talk about the reality of this situation, you know?
And the other thing as well is I don't suck my own fucking dick about this because it's cringe, okay? And I'm about to now anyway. But, you know, like, yes, I do help people out that are smaller. I just don't make a big deal out of it because I'm not a fucking idiot. I'm not like, you know, I don't want all the attention for being a good person or whatever. But yeah, I do help out people that are smaller than me too.
You had me on when I was a 7 viewer, Andy. You had that dude ignoring chat on yesterday who just jumped on like last week. You had Pastel Dallas on last night who you raided into, which was probably the biggest raid that person ever got. Like there's good that comes with the bad. I think IRI sees that though. I don't think he's doing a balancing equation. I think he's just arguing for like always making the more moral choice.
But yeah, that's fine.
I know Chud has helped a ton of people. You've helped a ton of people, Chud. I would never argue against that.
No, sure, that's fine. Anyway, this all came about from a pause, Andy. Probably. I'm sure you're going to go and say great things about me now. So it's all going to be, you know, on this panel. I'm sure it's all going to be smoothed over.
Yeah, enjoy the rest of the panel, I guess. But anyways, I just want people to be nicer, man. Like, I'm sorry, call me a little softy or something, but like, I just feel like we can be like just a little nicer and a little more understanding and like try to think where people are coming from. And like, you know what? If they talk shit to me, if someone talks shit, I just see somebody who's suffering and what's going on in their life, bro. You know, like, I don't know. That's just my attitude.
Talk shit, get a hug, IRI.
Talk shit, I'm going to ask you what's wrong. You know, what's going on, player? So, anyways, I'm out of here.
All right.
Cheers. Bye.
All right. See you later.
See you guys.
Damn. That kind of blew up out of nowhere.
IRI is sounding like a 90s sitcom dad.
Call you.
Hello?
Hello. How's it going, mate?
Okay. I have to call you out.
Go on then.
Because some sick, disgusting misinformation, okay?
Yeah.
So, earlier when you were talking to them, you were saying how if someone talks shit to you,
yeah,
then you're gonna hit back at them at whatever you think they're sensitive to.
Yeah.
But I remember when you were talking about Destiny Twitter stuff, that the hit back part has to be, you know, at least somewhat equal.
Yeah, I think I've changed my position on that. I don't think it does have to be equal. I think that if you enter the realms of shit talking, you know, you're gonna go for the sensitive meat, and that's just the way it is. I don't know. I think that that was a soy opinion that I had that I've now changed. Right. I think it's within reason though. So like, okay, let me give you an example. So there is some limits on it, right? There is some limits, okay? So for example, okay, if someone comes to you and says, "Oh, your shirt looks a bit gay," right? I think if you were to turn around and go, "Yeah, well, what about your dead dad?" Right? I think there's some that are quite extreme, right? And I think that extremity can be an issue sometimes if you're going right for the most, you know, the harshest, you know, biggest thing that you can possibly go for, right? I don't agree. I don't think that it has to be like an equal thing. Like, how do you even figure that out, right? Because something could be really sensitive to you that most people would look at and go, "Oh, well, that's not even that bad," right? So that, you know, going for like really extreme things that are going to be deeply, deeply upsetting, I think is wrong. But I think if we're in the realms of talking about like viewer counts or, you know, stuff like that, I don't know. I think that there can be a bit of a difference. And if someone comes at you and welcome, they say something shitty and that's meant to attack you, but it doesn't really bother you, and you hit back with something that kind of targets them that does upset them, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, well, I just wanted to clarify that because I saw there was a little, it was a bit inconsistent.
But yeah. You know,
Mythic Politics
yeah, like I say, I do think that there is probably still some limits within that, but I don't think you can really substantiate like what is like equal or what is like the, you know, what's the word I used?
What do you mean? When?
Like the word I used to describe when you're attacking someone back.
Oh.
It needs to be proportional, like proportional, right? within reason, proportional. Like, I guess the issue comes down to like what
JP,
is proportional.
shut up.
Wait, who?
JP.
What?
JP says it's a waste of time. Shut up, JP.
Why are you reading chat?
I love reading chat. What do you mean?
So yeah, I guess that is kind of my position. So I guess I've moved a bit in terms of like, it's difficult. I guess my position is it's difficult to really determine what proportionality is. You'll know it when you see it. There's some where it's really extreme. There's other cases where like, I don't know, it probably isn't that big a deal.
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify if your position had changed or something, because I remember you saying something differently before. And I agree with this new position. That's the one that I had before as well. I disagreed with you before on that everything has to be proportional, but
yeah, I think that the reality is that that was kind of a bit soy of me, and I think that it was an effort to like maybe criticize circumstances where someone is hitting back hard, but like that's what shit talking is about. You're going to go for the sensitive meat, right? Like, I don't know. Yeah. That's the way it's going to go. So as long as it's not completely to extremes, then it's not as big a deal as it was.
Smaller streamers and stuff who don't have much to lose, and they're gonna attack you in any way they can, really. And I mean, you won't know much about them because they're smaller. There's less information out there about them, so they just have all this stuff to fire off at you. And then if you see anything about them, you can't say anything. You just have to be like, "Oh, I don't like you." And then
yeah, like you know, like I say, like this obvious. It's just a case of you kind of know it when you see it, and I think that like yeah, if you discovered someone's dad had just died, you started attacking them for that. I think most people would agree, unless they'd said something to you about your family, you'd probably be like, that's too far. You know, it's like you kind of just know it when you see it when it gets too extreme.
So what do you think about the Destiny Doe thing now then? Because, I mean, she was commenting on him being mentally ill. Do you think that going to suicide is still too far, or?
Well, I think that the initial kind of interaction, Destiny kind of commented on what Doe had done, and that was kind of excessive, despite what Doe had said to Destiny before. In terms of like later on, I think that, you know, I think Doe called Destiny like mentally unwell or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then Destiny hit back with the comment on that. So, I mean, yeah, that's kind of much of a muchness. I think if you're attacking someone's mental health in that respect and you're going back, maybe it's a little bit worse, but it's, you know, not as disproportionate as like, you know, maybe it was at the start, perhaps.
Right. Yeah, I think also that there's like, I don't know how to explain it exactly, but there's definitely a connection there. Or like, if you're gonna attack someone else's mental well-being, and you just had this whole thing where you were being super public about being mentally unwell, I think I strain to say that you deserve it, but maybe it's a lot more warranted if it's in the same realm. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to attack someone on mental health, I think it's fair that they attack you on your mental health back.
Sure. I think the issue at the start, though, is that like Destiny, there's no reason for him to comment on Doe's situation. You know, like that was just an unnecessary thing to comment on and pass judgment on. So I think that was, you know, disproportionate, I guess, to like what had come before it. But I think if you're in the realms of mental health and you're attacking each other on the basis of like mental health, yeah, sure, that's like a, you know, somewhat proportionate response, or it's like not completely disproportionate that you go, oh my god, I can't believe they said that.
Yeah, yeah. Again, I mostly agree with you. I just wanted to quickly clarify.
Okay.
All right. Well, have a good stream.
Bye.
Peace.